Hi, Felicia and Victoria. How are you?
Hi, Leora. How are you?
I'm very well. Congratulations on First Kill. I am so hooked. I need to know what happens next. Please tell me you have story ideas for season two. Please tell me you have a season two. I need to know.
Well, we want you to tell Netflix you need a season two. We want you to also tell all your friends to please binge. It's so funny that you say that though, because it was very late, like one night last week, I think, and Victoria and I were texting each other, and she's like, I'm just going to go ahead and admit that I'm already thinking of stories for season two. And I was like, oh, yeah, because we got to do this and that and this.
Yep.
We're already excited about it. There's so much we want to do.
I have a wish list. I have a whole wish list.
Oh man, I can't wait. I can't spoil anything, so I can't ask, but I need to know. So for both of you telling me about some of the moments that you feel most proud of and love from the series.
Ooh, that's good. Victoria, you want to go first?
No, you go first. I need more time to think. I'm so proud of all of it. I need to think.
I am so proud of all of it too. But of course, having spent all those, well, literally like 6 months in Atlanta and Savannah, and then coming home, you wrap and everybody's like, yay, goodbye. And for me, it's just starting because now I, go into post-production. And so that's when you know what you really love, when you're seeing it over and over 100 times. And one of the things I love is not so much a story thing, but watching the actors grow into their roles, seeing who they were to start, where it is just a brand new job and we're just getting to meet each other. But I see their performances, over the course of the season just get so good. So in a really corny way, the first episode and the last episode are my favorites. Because I'm so excited to see how much natural chemistry there was between our actors right from the beginning. And like, I've never worked with a cast that was so loving to each other from beginning. Like, we didn't have any assholes. Like, that just doesn't happen. Like, this cast was amazing. And then by the end, to see where they took all that chemistry and love and giving to each other and learning their characters to culminate in this ending that I saw maybe 1,000 times in the post-production process. And literally there wasn't one time that I didn't cry. Yeah. And I'm like, this is going to be the time. I've seen it. This means this, and there I go again. So I think for those reasons, the first and the last episode. Victoria?
Yeah, in a lot of ways the same. The first one was very surreal because it was the closest thing based on the short story. And so that was the moment of like, oh my God, we are translating something. Like, I made these people up and now they are real. And this is very shocking. And to your point as well, Felicia, the chemistry, I think the first time I got to see in person, because obviously all the casting was done virtually. And we knew from the moment, I feel like Sarah Catherine and Imani were in a Zoom chemistry together. We were like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. But then seeing them together on screen was so wonderful. I will say, I think the thing I'm most proud of, rather than any specific moment, is that the cast is so good that Felicia and I have spoken about how like, we just want to write more for them. We're like, man, everyone is so talented that like, we just are excited for them as actors as well as for them as characters within our story. And I think that makes me feel really proud because I feel like every single actor took the character and the story and like filled it in a way that it became more.
And I think to that end, we have to give, our shout out to Jet Wilkinson, our director, because we have a lot, our younger characters who didn't have a lot of experience, Jonas, I'm like, this is his first role ever, who plays Ben. And what Jet was able to do with the veterans and, bring them to the table, excitement, and get wonderful performances out of them. And then what she was able to do with the younger cast. So that's also a lot of what you see. We're so excited because you thought you knew how good it was going to be. And then she'd go in and just give a little tweak and it would get even better. And you're just like, oh my God, it just doesn't get any better than this.
So I don't have much time left, but I feel really comfortable with you ladies. So I'm going to ask a very superficial question. What shade and brand is Heartstopper 23? Because I spent hours looking and I can't find it. All I know is shade for those watching. Which one is it?
You have asked the best question yet.
That's perfect.
I will tell you that where that really came from is that again, this is a really wonderful, loving, professional, hardworking cast, and all of them from the beginning. And so I bonded with each of them in a different way, in a way that I don't normally do, as a showrunner, because it's kind of important to keep, a little professional distance. But they're so amazing, I just couldn't do it. And so I ended up with nicknames for each of them. And from the moment that Gracie Dzienny put her first opening spin on Elinor, I started calling her Heartstopper. And so then our wonderful prop master, when it was time, he goes, here's the whole big case of lipsticks, and where do you want it, and what color do you want it? Because you really got to choose everything. And he said, what do you want the hero color to be? And I was like, it has to be Heartstopper. So I'm sorry, I cannot tell you that you can find it.
I could not find it. It's been hours.
It's TV, Leon. We made it up.
That's fair. Well, thank you both so much for the art that you bring into the world. I really appreciate it. Thank you for this series. I hope there's a season 2. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies.